She Who Awakens? A Woman's Guide to Masculine Blueprint by Alina Chamberlain. Part 2. The Magnetic Blueprint. Decoding Masculine Attraction. What is the invisible force that makes a man choose one woman above all others? We go beyond surface-level advice to uncover the biological and psychological triggers that spark deep, lasting attraction. We will master the delicate distinction between authentic sensuality, which radiates power and confidence, and vulgarity, which often acts as a barrier to true intimacy. You will discover the subtle, magnetic traits that hook a man's attention and learn how to navigate the complex landscape of compatibility, identifying the subconscious turnoffs that create emotional distance. By illuminating the hidden fears of the masculine soul, you will gain the presence of mind to protect his vulnerability while standing in your own strength. This is more than a guide to attraction. It is a masterclass in understanding the criteria of choice, helping you transform from a passive observer into a woman who truly understands the art of being unforgettable. The Magnetic Blueprint, Part 2, Timeless Attraction and Relational Harmony. In the journey of the She Who Awakens program, we move beyond the superficial and enter the profound psychology of why men fall and stay in love. Falling in love is not a destination, it is a recurring cycle. For a long-term partnership to remain sacred and vibrant, a man must experience that spark of correct choice every single year. Loneliness is perhaps the greatest human burden, and we cultivate magnetic attraction not to manipulate, but to create a harmonious union where two halves of a whole provide for each other's emotional, spiritual, and physical well-being. The visual gateway, appearance as the first impression. The undeniable reality of the masculine blueprint is that a man falls in love with his eyes first and his heart second. Appearance is the gateway to his inner world. While men often claim to value natural beauty and express a distaste for tons of makeup, what they actually desire is a well-groomed, intentional image. They cannot always distinguish between natural perfection and high-quality grooming, but they are deeply moved by the latter. The feminine form. Men are biologically programmed to respond to the feminine silhouette, the guitar shape where hips are wider than shoulders. Regardless of your natural body type, dressing to emphasize this balance communicates health and vitality. The polish of presence. Grooming is a form of self-respect that invites respect from others. Clean, styled hair, neat makeup, and cared-for hands are essential. However, the most magnetic visual tools are friendly facial features, an open gaze, playful eyes, and a genuine smile. Personal preferences. Every man has a type rooted in his past, perhaps a resemblance to his mother or a favorite actress from his youth. While you cannot change your essence, you must be willing to evolve. As the saying goes, when a woman changes her hairstyle, she is ready for a new dimension of life. Novelty prevents the stagnation of long-term perception. The soul of communication, kindness, and intelligence. Once the visual gateway is passed, communication becomes the bridge to understanding a woman's character. A man is drawn to a woman who possesses a social advantage through her personality. Intelligence as listening. You do not need to be an expert in politics or engineering to be considered a smart woman. True intelligence in a relationship is the ability to be an active listener. By asking clarifying questions and showing genuine awe at his expertise, you confirm his status. To him, a woman who supports his intellect is the most brilliant partner he could find. Charisma and ease. Charisma is the art of presenting your unique individuality with poise. This is balanced by ease, an optimistic spirit that refuses to burden a man with unnecessary negativity. Men cherish women who can use irony, wit, and a hearty laugh to diffuse the stress of life. Confidence and upbringing. A self-confident woman is recognized by her steady gait and direct, open gaze. She lacks rudeness and never tries to steal the spotlight or interrupt. She is an interesting person with her own hobbies and passions, ensuring she remains a source of curiosity rather than a predictable domestic fixture. The balance of roles, beyond the extremes. To remain the master frequency of the home, a woman must navigate between the extremes of the housewife and the businesswoman. The household paradox. Men value a clean home and the keeper of the hearth, but they do not fall in love with a woman who has lost herself in the kitchen. A woman constantly in an apron, neglecting her appearance and speaking only of domestic chores, eventually becomes invisible to a man's sexual desire. The career trap. Conversely, a woman focused 100% on her career often leaves the children and the husband emotionally neglected. While her success is attractive, it is not inherently sexual. If she leaves no time for her own petals to bloom, health, beauty, and intimacy, the relationship risks failure. The harmonious middle. The goal is a balanced life, where priorities are set with wisdom. If you don't have time to cook, order from a restaurant, the priority is the quality of the interaction, the love for your man, and the investment in your own radiance. Sexuality, the glue of the union. Sexual energy is the driving force and the glue that holds a marriage together through crisis. It is not about vulgarity or promiscuity. It is about maintaining the hunter's instinct in your man. A woman's sexuality must be maintained throughout her life, regardless of her age. In middle and mature age, a man's desire becomes heavily dependent on psychological triggers. By maintaining your sexual energy, through your voice, your movements, and your playful spirit, you provide the psychological oxygen his libido needs to survive. You provoke his instinct to protect and pursue, ensuring that you are not just a roommate, but the eternal object of his desire. Discover the secrets to nurturing your lifestyle and love style at wishforlove.org.